What is the scariest hotel in the world? I'm going to tell you about one that I found really creepy. I was traveling for work and I had to overnight in a city. So I booked a hotel room. It was one of those big chain hotels with all the normal amenities. A restaurant, bar, indoor pool, hot tub, the whole 9 yards. And it was nice enough. The room was clean and the bed was comfortable, but there was something in the room with me. I woke up in the middle of the night to what sounded like screams in the next room. Big, guttural screams. Obviously, I was freaked out sitting in bed not knowing what was in the next room. Then I started hearing what sounded like hail for about 5 minutes, followed by heavy footsteps near my room. My blood was definitely racing at this point. I just kept thinking, please don't be footsteps. Please don't be footsteps. Then the doorknob started to turn. I froze. I couldn't move. I couldn't make a sound. The doorknob turned slowly. I don't want to know what was on the other side of that door. Finally, it stopped. I heard a loud bang as if someone or something had slammed into the door. I don't remember much after that. I just remember sitting there frozen in fear until I fell asleep again. In the morning after, of course, not sleeping at all, I got up and went to the front desk to ask what the heck was going on. The woman at the front desk was very nice and she apologized profusely. She said that there had been a death in the room next to mine. Apparently the guy had a heart attack in the middle of the night and they were just finishing up their investigation. Yeah, I don't think I'll be staying there again. Tell me, have you ever had a scary hotel experience? Let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll tell your story on my podcast. You should follow for more, and I'll see you next time. Welcome to my channel. Here you will find the most terrifying stories from around the world. So make sure to stay tuned for more content. In today's video, we will travel to a creepy forest where an unexpected visitor left a man paralyzed in fear. But before we begin, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you never miss one of our uploads. It was a cold autumn evening and the wind blew through the naked branches of the trees, creating eerie sounds that were enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. A lone man named Michael was hiking in a nearby forest. He had done this countless times before and knew the area like the back of his hand. But this time, something felt different, as if something or someone was watching his every move. Michael decided to ignore the unsettling feeling and continued on his way. As darkness began to fall, he noticed a clearing up ahead and decided to make camp there for the night. As he settled down, he couldn't help but feel uneasy. The trees around him seemed to be closing in, and the wind was whispering through the leaves like 1,000 tiny voices. He built a small fire to keep himself warm and to ward off any potential predators. As the flames danced before him, he noticed something strange. A tall, thin figure seemed to be standing at the edge of the clearing, its face obscured by the darkness. Michael froze, his heart pounding in his chest. He tried to convince himself that it was just a trick of the light or perhaps a fellow hiker, but as the figure began to approach, his fear grew. The figure was tall and emaciated, with long, gnarled fingers that looked like the branches of dead trees. Its eyes glowed an eerie green in the darkness, and its skin was pale and stretched tight over its bones, making it look like a skeleton come to life. It took a step closer, then another, and Michael found himself paralyzed with terror, unable to move or make a sound. As it came closer, he could see that it was wearing a long, tattered coat that looked like it had been made from human skin. The stench of decay and damp earth filled his nostrils as it slowly approached him, its eyes boring into his. Finally, when it was close enough for him to see its face, he saw that it had no nose or mouth, just a gaping hole where both should be. Then, to his horror, it spoke. Its voice was a raspy whisper that seemed to come from the grave itself. "Join me!" it rasped, its voice echoing in Michael's mind. "Join me and become one with the forest." Michael wanted to scream, to run, to do anything to escape the nightmarish creature before him. But he was frozen in place, his mind screaming at him to run while his body refused to obey. "Join me," the creature whispered again, its voice like nails on a chalkboard. "You are already dead." Suddenly, Michael felt a sharp pain in his chest. The creature's icy fingers had plunged into his heart, and he felt his life force draining away from him, leaving him empty and cold. He collapsed to the ground, his body going limp. The creature leaned over him, its hot, fetid breath washing over his face. and in a voice that was both a whisper and a roar, it spoke one last time. "Now you are mine." With that, it vanished, taking Michael's soul with it and leaving his body in the clearing. In the morning, a group of hikers found Michael's abandoned backpack and called for help. But by the time emergency services arrived, there was no sign of Michael or the creature that had taken his life. All that remained was a small pile of ashes and the unsettling feeling that something evil had been there. The forest, once a place of beauty and tranquility, was now tainted by Michael's death, and the legend of the forest creature grew, scaring away anyone who dared to enter the woods. And that was today's story. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you never miss one of our uploads. Also, let us know what you thought about the story in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more chilling tales.